Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. We are assembled here today for our school board meeting, and we do have a quorum. We have 3 of 5 members here, so I will call the meeting to order. But before we do, I just wanted to certainly welcome our superintendent treasurer, my fellow board members, and concerned faculty and parents to this meeting tonight. May we have the roll call, please?
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Fallis?
Present.
Mr. Smith? Mr. Sturgill?
Here.
And Mr. Williams?
Pledge of Allegiance. Let's all rise and say the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The next item on the agenda is the hearing of the public. If anybody would like to speak tonight, if you'll please step up to the podium and indicate who you are and your address. Do we have any takers going? 1, 2, 3? Okay, we'll move on to the next item then. Next item on the agenda is to approve or amend and sign minutes of the regular board meeting held May 28th, 2013, which is attachment A.
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
And we have to roll call.
Roll call.
I'm used to city council.
Mr. Fallis? I'm sorry, Mr. Demakia. I'm sorry, Mr. Demakia.
Aye.
Mr. Sturgill?
Aye.
And Mr. Fallis?
Yes. Aye. We'll smooth it out.
Old business.
Next item on the agenda is old business. Do we have any old business, gentlemen?
No.
Okay, let's move on to the report and recommendation of the treasurer.
Very light information docket on the docket today. Item 1, consider a revised job description for the payroll benefits specialist. Item 2 is to consider appropriation of a couple of donations. And just something to read, we had a bid opening on Tuesday, June 4th for the abatement of the Masson Elementary School abatement and demolition project. And the abatement, the lowest responsible bidder was Midwest at $233,000. And for the base bid for demolition, that bid came in at $210,000 by Pro Quality Land Development. And Mr. Hawks, this is lower than the estimates, quite the budget for those things. That's a good news story. So, yeah. So I recommend approval of items 1 and 2.
Motion. Support.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Fallis?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the report and recommendations of the superintendent.
A, personnel matters. Item 1, certified staff A, retirement as listed. Item 2, discontinuances, resignation as listed. Item 3, a new appointment. This is a replacement. We upgraded the job description, and it's a replacement from someone who had left previously. Item 4, request of leave of absences as listed. And item 5, these are the first of the supplementals for the fall, and that's for, you can see, as for volleyball and football. So I ask for approval of personnel matters A, items 1 through 5.
Motion to approve items 1 through 5. Second.
Discussion, Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
And Mr. Fallis?
Yes.
B, operations. Item 6 is approval of a contract with the Avid Center for services delivered during the 2013-14 school year. What Avid is we had Avid in this district for Lorain Middle School for many, many years, and it stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. It's geared for elementary through junior high. It's a college readiness program. Their motto is hold students accountable to the highest standards, provide academic and social support, and they will rise to the occasion. What Avid really does is there's a teacher that comes along with that, And what happens is it teaches students how to organize, how to put things in binders, how to take Cornell notes, and just get them ready for college. There's a whole lot of components to it. If you go on the internet under Avid College Readiness, you can read all about the program. It was very successful for us way back then, and we're going to bring it back in the ninth grade this year, and then hopefully expand it out over the next few years. It's a Gear Up grant, and Gear Up is for college readiness. That's item 6. Item 7, we are expanding a lot with Lorain Community College, and I've got some good news to bring to you in a future meeting. But in addition to our PSEO classes, our post-secondary option classes, we are entering a contract with Lorain Community College to call the COP program, not police, College Opportunity Partnership Program, and this is for additional classes that they can take in addition to PSEO to earn college credit. And we are expanding that even more and more, well, there'll be more coming. But this is approval of that contract. It is a general fund expense, but our students can learn or can earn college credit for that. Item 8 is approval of a contract to enter with NCS Pearson to provide software and management services for the instructional improvement system. The legislature passed a law a year or so ago that we are required to choose an instructional improvement system, and there's a number of different ones that you can pick. There's ThinkGate, there's Pearson. We had a committee and teachers looked at this. We picked this particular management system. A lot of districts are picking it. It integrates into our Power School program, so teachers can log in once. And basically what it does is it's a there's formative assessment tools there, it's data management and reporting, curriculum management, response to intervention, and student and parent access to data. So it will be expanded quite a bit as we get further into it. But all districts must pick one. We picked the Pearson one after the teachers had looked at it. Item 9, this is provide professional development for that use. Those are both general fund because they are required unfunded mandates. And item 10, approval for renewal of district comprehensive business insurance. This is an annual approval, and actually this is our percentage of increase is less than what we anticipated. So I ask for approval of operation matters B, items 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
If I could, can we separate 7? So I'll make a motion to approve items 6, 8, 9, and 10.
Sorry, I should know that.
That's right. I should have told you.
Second.
Okay, we should probably just go with the motion to separate and then take the vote and then vote on items 6, 8, 9, and 10. So this is the approval or the vote on separation of 6, 8, 9, and 10. Mr. Tamakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
And Mr. Fellis?
Yes.
Okay, now we get a vote on items 6, 8, 9, and 10. Actual vote to approve.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I have a question on item number 10. And my question is, it sounds like this is the beginning of a new insurance contract, so could I have somebody explain to me how the bidding process is for item number 10?
Next time, I guess. Jeff, you want to speak to that?
Mr. Fallis, we are a member of the Ohio Schools Council, and that's if I could say, a consortium of all the school districts. And what they do is they go out and do all of our work for us. And actually, you're combining many districts, all have to go with insurance at the same time. So what the Ohio School Council does is they go out and they do the forefront work and getting the bids and checking all the insurance companies out. And then at that time, they come down to like 1 to 2 insurance companies. So at that time, we give them all of our information and what our school district has, how many buildings, vehicles, and so on. And then at that time, they give us a proposal out of the two. The 2 companies will give us each a proposal. And And actually, we're very pleased that they only have a 9% increase from last year. We have been with Ohio School Council since 2005 with our insurance company, and they have been very good for us. And also, I think we're saving the district quite a bit of money, and we're saving our taxpayers a lot of money. So we're using that money wisely, Mr. Fallis, and that money, as you know, goes back into the general fund, in which that leaves Mr. Tucker the resources to do what he needs to do, and that's in the classroom.
Okay, yeah.
If that answered all your questions.
Just a follow-up, how many companies did bid on this project?
Ohio Schools Council is a conglomerate of probably 150 districts
Right.
all over northern Ohio, and they're pre-approved by the state. And you go through them, and they are the ones who have all the companies. They're because they get the discount pricing because all the school districts do. You pick from the consortium.
Okay. And do they show you 2, 3, or 4 so you can, I guess, go through your in-house analysis of the lowest and most
Correct.
responsible bidder? They
Yes.
provide
I have
those
that
companies to you?
information I can share with you after the board meeting. But yes, we went with the 2, and we went with the same one we had last year.
Okay.
But they were the one that has covered us in a good price.
Okay. No, I just wanted to understand the process, just to make sure that
Right.
we were going through a competitive bidding process.
Absolutely.
To get the best value for our buck. So.
Like Mr. Tucker said, yeah.
Okay. No further questions.
Yeah. Ohio Schools Council has buses and paper, and you name the services, they have a litany of services.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting to learn. They have something similar in municipal government, so that's a great way to save our taxpayers a few bucks by going through that type of process. Thank you. No other questions? Bill, did you have questions?
I just need a motion to approve, and then the second, and we'll vote.
6 through 10.
6, 8, 9, and 10.
Motion to approve items 6, 8, 9, and 10.
Support.
No discussion. Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
And Mr. Fallis?
Yes.
We may have to do item 7 at next meeting.
Okay.
Okay. Only because I need another board member to vote, that's.
Right. Okay.
Facilities, item 11, consider approval of notice intent to award for abatement of a Masson. And item 12, consider approval of a notice intent to award contract for demolition. So I ask for approval of items 11 and 12.
Motion to approve items 11 and 12.
Support.
Any discussion?
It's a long time coming. I'm glad to see it getting done.
Okay, Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
And Mr. Fallis?
Yes.
Item 13, we have made a huge commitment to getting these policies up to date. The first round that you have here are the ones that are either not part of our policy or required to be updated. And as you can see, as you read through these are all legislative ones that are required. They've been through the policy committee. They've been on the web for 2 weeks, and asked for approval of these policies. In the next few board meetings, you're going to see we have already been through A, B, C, D, and we're about ready to do E. So we're getting through these. We should have probably half to 2/3 of the book done by this summer. So ask for approval of item 13.
Motion to approve item 13.
Second.
Discussion? A question directed to the superintendent and/or the treasurer. Do we have a legal counsel, either in-house or outside, review this from a legal regulatory
Oh,
standpoint?
absolutely. If you remember, you voted to use Ohio School Boards Association, which over half the school districts in the state of Ohio do, and we use their legal counsel on all this. They work with the legislators and keep up to date on all those policies, because there are legal references and policy references in all of them, but we use Ohio School Boards Association. You can't get much better than that.
Thank you, Tom. Any further questions, discussion?
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
And Mr. Fallis?
Yes.
Ends my report. Recommendations?
Okay. Do we have any new business before the board tonight? No new business. Next item on the agenda, committee reports and requests from board members.
I just have a comment. I just want to say how well I thought graduation went off. I thought that, Mrs. Conabear and her staff did a really good job, and it went by quick, and it was pleasant. It's enjoyable.
It's always, that's the highlight of anything, and 485 students, or 480, whatever it was exactly, number of students, that's an exciting time. It's the best time. That's what I like to read, and that's what I like to see, and it's terrific, because the excitement, as I said previously, it's more exciting when you're the principal, because you know the kids a little bit better, but as superintendent, you're standing right next to the principal, and to watch those kids come up there, young adults, come up there and get their diploma is awesome. And it was a large group. I thought it went great. The weather was great. There were no bugs. It was wonderful. They looked good. The crowd was pretty good, and it's amazing getting that many people. It was great to see the stadium full.
Your sound system was excellent this time. I mean, everything seemed really, really clear, and it was nice to watch all the excitement. And I think I got to view more of that this time than I did ever before.
What people forget, all the circus that goes on, that's what's important. That's why we're here that night. Sorry, that's important. That's important.
And our kids got almost $4 million in scholarships as well. Let's not forget that.
Absolutely, absolutely. That was tremendous. Okay.
Good.
Tony, any questions? Okay. Let's move on to the next item on the agenda tonight, second hearing of the public. Looks like we have no takers for that, so we'll move on to the next item, which is board work session. Have any comments at this point?
Nothing
Okay.
planned.
Nothing planned, okay, thank you. Announcement of next board meeting.
Yes, what we should do is change that board meeting to, from June 25th to June 27th, which is Tuesday to Thursday. That'll accommodate our financial close information request. So
You need a motion for that, right?
let's do a motion and a second and approval.
Okay, motion to change the meeting from June 25th to June 27th,
At
which is
6:30 PM, right
Six-
here.
room 33, 6:30.
Right.
It's on a Thursday.
Support.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Fells?
Yes.
Executive session.
Executive session. Yeah.
I'd like to have a motion to move into executive session.
For.
Items, hold on. There's 3 items. Items A7, compensation. Item B, to consider the purchase of property for the public purpose or for the sale of property at a competitive bidding. And item C, conferences with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are the subject of pending or imminent court action.
Need a motion, second approval.
Motion
Okay.
to go in executive session
Second.
Okay.
for all mentioned items.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
And Mr. Fells?
Yes.
There will be no board action, correct?
Correct.
Okay, there will be no board action subsequent to our executive meeting. So we thank you all for attendance, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, if not sooner. Thank you very much.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.